you're live. I want you to It's SoCal College Sports live from Glendale 2019 SCFA opener. Mike Cepeda, Mila McCarty, Curran Jardim with you on today's broadcast. You can watch our broadcast on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. Also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Game 1 of 3 here total today on SoCal College Sports. AVC and Glendale will kick things off in the early game. And then tonight, top seed in the SCFA. Saddleback travels to College of the Canyons in Santa Clarita. And Ventura hosts OCC. Happy you've joined us, everybody. Spread the word. We'll see you in a few minutes. Live. We are live from Glendale College, about to kick off the 2019 season for 3C2A football. Mike Cepeda joined alongside Mila McCarty, Curran Jardim. Curran, former football player at El Toro High School, brings his credentials to the table here today. Mila working at ESPN with the Clippers later on this season. So happy to have you guys aboard. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
We'll have Mila on the broadcast later on today. Triple header coverage on the day here for SoCalCollegeSports.com in the SCFA. Game 1, AVC Glendale. We talked about it a little bit in the pregame. Saddleback traveling to College of the Canyons. Canyons a year ago running the table, undefeated in the regular season, eventually succumbing to state runner-up Ventura College in the first round of the SCFA playoffs a season ago. Well, Curran, as with every Week 1 in the SCFA and really in JUCO football, a lot of turnover, 50% turnover is usually the rate. Some players high, or some schools higher than others. What are we looking for here in Week 1?
You're going to get a lot of energy. It's the first game of the year. It's a hot one, but it's a nice sunny day, and that means one thing. That means college football season's back. It means JUCO football season's back. And all these kids are going to be excited to play the first game.
You're exactly right. And, well, with that energy, you're probably going to see some miscues as well. You know, some butterflies. Sometimes this is going to be the first snap of college football that a lot of these true freshmen are making, and that's a strong transition. So it's something where you have to adjust and you have to be able to make plays.
Number 9, Arias Collins. 49, Harrison Starling. 2, Tyler Selvig. For your vaqueros, co-captains, number 12, Nathan Eldridge, number 23.
Well, I had a good conversation with Coach Perry Jaleka from Antelope Valley earlier in the week, and getting the start here today for the Marauders. Bryan Adams, starting QB, started 4 games last season. Season ended by injury, broken leg in the Allen Hancock game on the road, but he's back at it. He's worked hard. He's dropped some weight, and that really tells a lot to a coach about a player trying to hone his craft. You get in shape, especially in terms of where you were at as a freshman. Now you know the playbook. You're familiar with the repertoire in terms of what the offense is going to bring to the table. Expect him to have a big season, but they got a couple other quarterbacks as well. Tyler Selvig along with Austin Bro.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. Being a junior college quarterback in your sophomore season is almost like being a senior quarterback at a university. You already have 1 year under your belt, so you know the playbook, you know the coaches, you know what it's going to be about. So, but we're going to see these other couple quarterbacks here today and see what they got as well.
Take a short break here for the National Anthem. SoCalCollegeSports.com's present Week 1 SCFA Football 2019.
And the men and women will protect us here and around the globe.
If I don't turn you down, okay? Like if you take it off. About ready to kick off here from Sartoris Field on the campus of Glendale College. The Marauders kicking off.
Antelope Valley to kick off. Glendale to receive.
AVC back to Glendale back to receive Jalen Lawrence. A lot of Jalen's out there on both sides. True Fugate. Lucas Seaton will kick it away, and we are underway in 2019. It's Jalen Lawrence. Lawrence with a little bit of room out past the 35-yard line to the 37. And that's where Glendale College the Vaqueros will begin their 2019 season.
It's a nice little 30-yard return right there.
Figures the first ingredient.
And we apologize, everybody. We are having an issue with our game clock, so bear with us. We will look to get that issue resolved shortly.
Correction, 21 yards on the return. Vaqueros start 1st and 10 at their own 37. At quarterback for the Vaqueros, number 12, Nathan Eldridge.
Nathan Eldridge will get the start here today for the Vaqueros. Lawrence outside, the top receiver. 5 wide there to spread formation. Delay of game right out of the gate.
There it is, Mike, the first game of the season.
Well, Nathan Eldridge, sophomore from Saugus. Obviously not the start that you want if you're Coach John Rome. For Glendale. Spread them out again, 5 out. See if they can get some pressure on the quarterback. They do. Does Antelope Valley. On talking during the week with Perry Juleka from AVC. Very excited about his defensive front. Played very well in their scrimmage versus Bakersfield College. Brennan Goodman. Harrison Starling, Reggie Wright. Look for those names to be called.
4 wide receivers.
Eldridge going to keep it himself, make a move. Nice gain with a stiff arm near the 45-yard line. They will give him the 44. So 3rd and manageable coming up. 2nd and 15, about a gain of 11 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 4 on the opening drive for the Vaqueros in the first quarter. Nehemiah Bray at the bottom, Lawrence at the top.
Officially marked at the 43.
Starting running back today, Elijah Washington. Washington split to the left of Eldridge. Eldridge back to pass, looking for the seam. He's going to be a little bit long. Intended receiver, Giovanni Figueroa. And it's a 3 and out to start things off for the Vaqueros, and mission accomplished for the Marauders.
Yeah, I think that play right there was big in terms of confidence for the defense. They threw long, and they were probably expecting him to go short on 3rd and 4, but to force him into a 4th down on the first drive is big for the defense.
That was a good play call there by Glendale. Eldridge is unable to put it in the breadbasket. Back to receive this kick.
Oh, that's blocked right there.
Collins,
go to the house.
Kick is blocked.
Touchdown.
Touchdown for Antelope Valley to start things off. Jalen Cochran. See this play develop here.
Credit number 19, Jalen Cochran with the block.
That's a huge start for Antelope Valley. A punt return for touchdown in the first drive of the year.
We'll take another look at it here.
On for the extra point.
And Cochran gets right in on it.
To hold.
And you see it take it to the house for an early 6. Extra point up and good. And AVC just like that up 7-0. You're watching SCFA football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. AVC with an early 7-0 lead.
First quarter, Antelope Valley.
7-0. Special teams touchdown for Antelope Valley, Jalen Cochran. So Glendale will have another crack at it. Jalen Lawrence with the return. Special teams have shined thus far on both teams. The return game has been pretty good for Glendale, although they're down 7-0. Jalen Washington, his second return, past the 30-yard line. They give him the 33.
I expect them to run two very similar plays as the first drive right here. They ran two running plays to start out with a passing play on third down. I expect that to be a very similar scenario. I'll pass here on first down, batted away.
First down pass, batted down in the backfield. Credit 44, Reginald Wright.
Well, first game of the season on the field, working out some kinks there. We're working out some kinks here in the production booth. So bear it with us. It's a green team, but very capable as well.
Pass pan, second down.
Second down, there is a penalty marker on the
flag on the field. Pass is complete on the far side, intended and caught by Nehemiah Bray. But this one might be coming back. Let's see what the call is going to be.
Offsides.
That's going to be a first down. Offside's going to be declined. A nice gain out to the 44-yard line for Glendale, so their first down of the ball game.
Up to the 44-yard line. That's good enough for a Vaquero first down. They move the chains.
See Eldridge flanked by a new running back. Some miscommunication between Eldridge and Adias Robertson.
Those are the sort of miscues that you're going to see here in the first quarter. They'll start to get those kinks out once it gets into the second, third, fourth quarter later on in the game.
Exactly right.
The coaches will hone down on those.
Co-captain 49 Harrison Starling credited with the stop.
Starling with the sack. Eldridge under duress again. And it's another sack for Antelope Valley. They send Bross Lee on a blitz, and he does come through.
Credit 14, Bross Lee with the bring down. 38-yard line is the mark.
Third and 10.
16.
As you see Lee.
There's another false start on Glendale.
Another miscue for the Vaqueros. Well, after their first down, shotgun blast to the foot for the Vaqueros has them backed up to their own 33. So third in a zip code now for Glendale. Eldridge under duress again. Glendale gets away with a hole. This one thrown deep, and this one is picked off in the secondary. That's Kajanti Figures.
That was Eldridge trying to put a ball in a very tight space with a lot of defenders around the area. Very well played by the defensive backs of Antelope Valley.
Curran, there is a rule, a cardinal rule here. As you see, Figures just step in front and make a play. Can't be late over the middle of the field. And we see a turnover just like that. Antelope Valley now on offense.
This is the first time we see Antelope Valley on offense here today.
And it's Bryan Adams. Big boy pocket passer with a big arm. He's going to go for the deep ball and has a man deep. And that one just overthrown, intended for Jalen Sargent. And Curran, this is a team in Antelope Valley. Tremendous speed on the outside in their young wide receivers.
You see it early there with the post route in the middle of the field. Outrunning the defense, outrunning the safeties. The ball was just a touch over the top.
Jalen Sargent with the track skill set. See the speed right there. But Adams, a little bit too much arm.
You mentioned Bryan Adams. His arm on the first play, and very first play they throw it deep.
Well, that's going to keep them honest. Now let's see if they can exploit the middle of the field.
Wide receivers out of the shotgun. Instead, handoff straight ahead.
Handoff up the gut.
That's good.
Xavier Clay getting the start at running back. Power back. Catches the ball well out of the backfield. Probably the most complete back at the disposal of Perry Juleka. Picks up 3. Now make it a long 3, short 4. 3rd and 6 now for the Marauders on their opening offensive drive. Remember, up 7-0 courtesy of a block punt and a touchdown taken to the house. 11:40 to go in the first quarter. We're watching SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. We're in Glendale. Adams, plenty of time out of the backfield. And this is Clay again. Clay is going to have a first down and then some past the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 44 and move the chains if you're the Marauders.
Clay's a big running back, freshman, 5'8", 211 pounds. So he's a big running back. Going to be that power back. You're going to see him through the middle, but he caught a ball into the backfield right there.
Yeah, I was very impressed. Was Coach Jaleka talking about him during the preseason and his ability? You see some movement. This can be a false start. Called on AVC. But talking with Coach Jaleka really talked up Xavier Clay and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. That was not an easy pass to handle in stride. And he makes it look easy. 1st and 10, make it 1st and 15 after the false start penalty. So AVC backs themselves up just a little bit.
15 from the 39-yard line.
See Bryan Adams, number 10 at QB. Clay behind him. Play action. Out to the flat near side. That pass is dropped. I think it was a forward pass. And indeed, that's what they will mark it. Devon Jones. Freshman wide out from Quartz Hill. Devon Jones, a very accomplished high school career at Quartz Hill High School, CIF 2017 champion.
39-yard line.
In the slot, trying to get him in space, but incomplete. 2nd and 15 now for AVC. 10:44 to go. Adams back to pass under duress early. That's going to be a hold. And that is a product of a lot of speed on the outside. Jalen Sargent looking to take it to the house, and he was held by Christian Alvarez. See if we can see it here on the end zone cam.
Pass interference on the defense. First down.
And you see it at the end there.
Get those yards back from their original false start penalty. Now
Exactly
they're on
right.
Glendale's side of the half of the field.
46-yard line. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Marauders in Glendale territory. They're at the 46-yard line. Adams looking for a play. Clay flanking him in the short shotgun. Adams to the flat. That pass is caught by Devon Jones, but not much doing there. That is terrific pursuit by Glendale. Quran Bolden.
Wrapped up immediately by Christian.
Antelope Valley spreading the ball out a lot on this first drive. You got to think that opens up the running game up the middle later on in the game, correct?
Exactly right.
2nd down and 14. 2nd and 14 from the
Glendale only stacking 3 defensive linemen.
Loss of 4 on the play. That was Alvarez and Bolden in on the tackle.
from the 50.
From midfield, Adams, jailbreak. They set up the screen, and that one well diagnosed
Screen pass to 22.
by the Vaqueros is Michael Stanford, the first to get there.
Keep that play in mind, though. That play's going to work later on in the game when all the defensive linemen are rushing to the quarterback and they drop it right up and over, and the offensive linemen are put in a good position to block. That play's going to bounce for a big play later on in the game.
Unfortunately, nobody holding their blocks in the second level. That could have been a big gainer. Instead, they do get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 46-yard line. 3rd and 10 now for AVC. See Adams. Gets a play call in. Clay again flanking him in the short shotgun. Adams. Quick post. Pass is complete.
just short of the first down.
Is that Devon Jones again? No, that's Arias Collins. Collins just short. They're going to go in the hurry up. 4th down. See if they can get their big-bodied QB past the line of scrimmage. No, it's going to be a false start. Back them up 5. And this is a bit of no man's land here. Do you pin them inside possibly the 10, or do you maybe go for it on 4th and 6 after the false start penalty?
I think you go for it. It's the first drive of the very first game in the season.
You know, you're up 7 points. You're playing with a little bit of house money here. I think that's a good call here,
You're up 7 points, and still the confidence in your team, and still the confidence in the offense that if you can't get that 1 yard.
Yeah.
4th down and 6.
But it is now 4th and 6. Looks like Antelope Valley's going to go for it here.
I think that's a good call. And sometimes you might see Adams roll out and kick this one away. And that's obviously legal here with no returner back there. 8:32 to go in the first quarter. Adams drops back to pass. Under duress, throws to the outside. Pass incomplete. Intended again for Collins. And turnover on downs as Glendale holds.
The Vaquero defense holds.
It was actually a good ball that you saw right there. It was just not caught with two hands. He tried to make a one-handed catch. Now he was on the sideline, so it may have been a tough catch. But you got to think if he makes that play with two hands, he probably comes up with the first down.
Yeah, trying to go back shoulder there and just wasn't going to have it. Cut to live action. Eldridge with a run. That's positive play here for Glendale. That should pick up 5. Elijah Washington, the starter today. The 5-yard carry. Coming up on the 8-minute mark. Make it 3rd and 6 after a gain of 4. Washington again cuts back to his left. This one going to be near first down yardage. And indeed it will be. They're telling him to move the chains. Stop the clock momentarily.
That's going to be the Glendale game plan. They're going to want to run him in between the tackles for most of the game, try to bounce it outside if it's open.
That's a nice job there by Washington, bouncing that outside, making a cut, finding a seam. Another seam for Washington. This is a defense. Last year struggled a little bit against the run in their scrimmage with Bakersfield. Bakersfield, Coach Jeff Chudy, really an advocate of running the football. Coach Chuleka really liked what he saw in his run defense. But right now, getting a little shredded, maybe a little tired because of the heat out there early in this ball game. 7.5 minutes gone by, or 7.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Washington again in the short shotgun. He gets the carry again. And right now, somebody's starting to get lit up at the offensive line, and it's the defensive front of AVC. That one also close to first down yardage. 2nd and short now for Glendale. Empty backfield to bring in a new running back. This will be True Fugatti. Fugatti also return man for the Vaqueros. Chris Lee on the near side, along with Jalen Lawrence in the slot is Nehemiah Bray. Eldridge hands off. And it goes to his running back, Fugatti, and Fugatti is going to have the first down. He's near the 20-yard line. They'll give him the 21. Another first down. Glendale putting themselves a drive together.
The first reps for Fugatti. He's a freshman. He's more of a speed back.
Yep.
So he's going to be looking to bounce it outside more often than not.
They go split backs formation on this one. Adias Robertson along with Fugatti.
1 yard line. That's good enough for another Vaquero first down. They move the chains.
Let's see where they go here.
Fugatti
little RBO. Fugatti does get to the outside. He has another first down. The Vaqueros moving the ball at will on their 3rd drive of the ball game.
Those are the sort of plays as a freshman when you get consecutive first downs in your first game on the first drive. The coach is going to see that, give you more confidence, give you more reps, and you're just going to use that to fuel the fire the rest of the game.
First down and 10 from the 11.
Fugatti going to be bottled up this time for a loss. Well, between the 20s, sometimes a little easier to move the football. You get inside the red zone, be a little tougher.
Red zone is definitely the toughest place in the entire field to score.
A lot less surface
space,
area, yeah, for
less
sure.
surface area. The defensive backs will end up putting their heels on the goal line. So you only have so much room to work with, and you don't really have a lot of room to go over the top. So you got to run it in between the tackles. and see what you can get.
Send Washington in motion. Robertson in the backfield. They're looking for the wheel route. No, they'll go over the middle of the field. Touchdown, Glendale. That looked like Jalen Lawrence.
Touchdown.
Nathan Eldridge, which is with his first passing touchdown on the season. Slant route right up the middle.
We'll have a good look at it here. That's a good play call here. They really divert the defense. They open up the middle of the field. It's a post route. Lawrence in the middle. Has it for 6.
The extra point. You're on to hold. Never mind hold.
Forgot to.
It's good. 5:23.
Let's see that touchdown one more time. We'll see it from the main camera shot. Again, just a terrific play call, really opening up the middle of the field. And Lawrence with the TD. Extra point up and good. We're tied up at 7-all. Sartorius Field here in Glendale.
Are available in the auditorium building next to this.
So you can label. Tied up at 7-all, 5:23 to go in the first quarter. And a little concerning there for Antelope Valley. They got to shore up the leaky run defense. Elijah Washington running rough shot. That drive eventually ending Jalen Lawrence touchdown.
Balls on the ground.
Balls on the ground. Jalen Sargent having trouble fielding it, but now he's past the pack. Gets a huge block. Sargent to the 20-yard line, tripped up inside the 15. Wow. Any laundry on the field?
There is laundry on the field. There's a flag around the 40-yard line. It looks like they're probably going to mark it as a block in the back.
Well, we're going to have a pretty good view of this. Sargent having trouble with it, and everybody kind of opens up. And he just runs up the gut.
There was a block on the kicker, number 66, Luis Villegas, in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it as a block in the back.
See if we can see that here. Well, if you track the kicker, you'll see Sargent come in after he bobbled it initially. I don't really see much there on replay here, Curran. But there is laundry on the field. Should be a spot foul if that is the case. I think they're still having a discussion about it. What if they pick up the flag? Personal foul.
The indication was a personal foul against Antelope Valley.
First.
Looks like they're going to be offsetting penalties.
2 penalties or 1?
Are they going to offset and re-kick? We have the one at the 40. Well, Curran, I think the block that you were alluding to, I think they ruled that as a
clean block?
No, I think they ruled that as the penalty in play here for AVC. So spot foul at the 40. Heck of a run by Sargent. Pretty good field position to start off this drive for AVC, though.
For the Marauders.
was a great return considering the muffed return.
Agreed. If anything, that muff return, the delay almost allowed the blocks to open up. Adams hands off to Clay. Clay over the left tackle. Check that. Right tackle. And Karan Bolden heard his name a couple times already. Under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 7-all, Antelope Valley and Glendale duking it out. Kicking off the 2019 SCFA football weekend. Clay again, he's going to get bottled up. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
The defensive ends and the linebackers are keeping their contain in this game so far on most of the screen plays and the outside runs that they've been having. Glendale's been able to shut it down.
Really impressed with Brandon McElroy, as you said, keeping contained, really wreaking havoc on the defensive line. And it looks here, I want to say that Glendale might be blitzing. Looks like they have an extra man up. Wonder if they send Michael Stanford. It's a stunt. Down goes Adams. And right on cue, it's Brandon McElroy.
It does look like Adams' helmet came out off on that play, so we're going to get another quarterback coming in here. But it is 4th down, so we're going to see a punt.
So McElroy along with Cesar Ibarra in on the sack. And it's a quick 3 and out. 4th and 15, punting unit on. Tyler Selvig, backup quarterback. Double duty here today.
Tyler Selvig in punt formation.
Back to receive the kick. It's Kai Jackson. And Jackson with it at the 15-yard line to his right. Gets a block. That's going to be an illegal block in the black. That foul going to be committed by Khaled Wahizi.
Yeah, it was definitely a block in the back there by Glendale.
Oh, we'll see it here.
That flag came out right away, and it was very clear that.
Yeah, that's. Flags come out immediately there.
On return team.
The block in the back
First down.
will result in the ball coming back for Glendale after a decent return there by Kai Jackson.
On the return penalty against the Vaqueros.
This isn't great field position for Glendale. We'll see if Antelope Valley can capitalize on this and come away with another defensive stop as they did in the first series, coming up with that punt block.
1st and 10 for Glendale at their own 13.
Split back formation again. Washington and Robertson this time. Well, if it's not broke, why fix it? Washington, not the man in motion. It's Lawrence this time. Lawrence on a jet sweep. No, they go with a counter. This is Robertson. Robertson pounding the middle over right tackle for another rushing 1st down for the Vaqueros.
26-yard line is the mark. Brennan Goodman with the stop. Good enough for a Vaquero 1st down. They move the chains.
Another jet sweep. This one going nowhere. Gang tackled is Lawrence.
Jalen Lawrence took the sweep.
First man there, Reginald Wright.
Marker at the end of the play.
They call him Reggie.
Mike, we have freshman quarterbacks Tyler Selvig and Austin Bro on the sideline warming up for Antelope Valley. We expect them to see them later on in the game.
Well, Coach Jaleka was very adamant about the fact that we might see all 3 quarterbacks for AVC. Wants to see what he has out of them. Selvig also the backup punter, but he's the 2nd man up. Per the discussion earlier in the week, very athletic from Chicago, Elk Grove. Very athletic, just a really solid player at the disposal for Jaleka. He's likely going to get a little run. Washington keeps his footing. still on his feet. Mark him out at the 14-yard line, 2:24 to go.
Mike, this is a 3rd down and long here. I expect to see just a run up the middle. Probably not going to go for the 1st down here as their backs are up more against the wall.
I mean, it is 3rd and 22. I got to believe you're right here, Kern. Washington has had some success. No. Eldridge. Post play nearly picked off the hands of Enzo Fantau Barker.
Yeah, you see, Mike, that's just not the right call there for Glendale. It's a tie game, 7-7, still in the 1st quarter. Your back's up against the wall at the 15-yard line. Ball's almost intercepted in the middle of the field. You don't want to give Antelope Valley good field position.
Yeah, you're playing with fire, especially in a close ball game. That one nearly picked off, as you mentioned.
You expect Antelope Valley to send the rush here as they've already blocked a punt here in the 1st quarter?
Why not? Special teams working for you.
Punting from out of his end zone.
And this punt is shanked. Not much doing there. This is going to take a Marauder bounce back to the 10-yard line. And AVC in business, courtesy of the special teams muff. And mishap kicker was Chris Lee.
Well, now, Mike, you expect that interception would have happened there on 3rd down, huh? The ball would have been at the 25-yard line instead of the 10-yard line.
Maybe the ball doesn't lie.
Antelope Valley with great field position here to start off.
Great. They might as well have just kicked it into the end zone and have a Marauder get it. But Marauders still have to get something done. And here comes Tyler Selvig in at QB for the Marauders. They're going to spread them out early here. Expect an RPO-style call set from the Marauders.
At quarterback, Antelope Valley, number 2.
Selvig right up the middle. He's going to get nothing. He is met with prejudice by Khaled Wahizi. Minimal gain. They'll give him 1. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Short game on the play, not quite to the 10-yard line. From the 11-yard line.
Well, I say he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, there's a quick hole there early, but not much doing after that. Selvig very composed. That one picked off, and this could go the other way. One man to beat. It's Selvig. Selvig does do a good job of making amends by picking up the player that he threw it right to. Interception made by Karan Bolden. We've heard his name a lot thus far. And disaster averted momentarily for Glendale.
Mike, is that the right move there to put a freshman quarterback in his first drive in the red zone on the 10-yard line to throw a pick and give Glendale good field position on the other side of the field?
It's a tough call. You know, I don't know if that was maybe the play call that you would have wanted. Obviously, you know, hindsight's 20/20. But Selvig looked comfortable throwing that ball. He just threw it to the wrong guy. Just like that, it's still 7-0, but Glendale now with the ball. That one batted down. That one nearly picked off, and Jalen Harvey had a beat on it.
Here in the 1st quarter, aside from the Glendale passing touchdown early on in the quarter, both teams struggling to pass the ball here.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10 from the shotgun. Handoff.
Stopped by the defensive line
really
again.
not much doing there. Is that Washington?
Drew Fugate carries.
Check that, Fugate with the carry.
Loss on the play of 1. 3rd down, 11. Less than 1 minute, 1st quarter.
Under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Eldridge still in at QB. Taking his time, really no rush here. Fugate in the backfield. Eldridge back to pass with some time. Quick out to the sideline near the boundary. That is caught. That was a man who had the opening touchdown offensively for Glendale, Jalen Lawrence.
Jason Haywood there to bring him down. 46-yard line is the mark.
Yeah, unfortunately for Glendale, you do have to punt here in this situation on your side of the field, even though you did have a mishap the last time you punted.
Well, it's a new
You hope
punter
for
out
better
there.
results now.
New punter. Looks like Giovanni Figueroa. If my eyes. No, it's Angel Gueron.
Punt formation for the Vaqueros.
Arias Collins back to receive this kick. That one nearly blocked again. This can be a short kick. This will take a
Very
Glendale
good
bounce. It's going to roll inside the 15-yard line. They'll spot it at the 13, and AVC will have their hands full when they come back.
That is the end of the first quarter. All locked up in a 7-7.
Will flip the field.
Ball's officially marked at the 13-yard line.
13-yard line is where AVC
For the Marauders,
will start things off.
13.
Selvig going to get the call again.
At quarterback, number 2.
Selvig hands off to Clay. That play slow to develop,
Pursuit by the Glendale defense on first
and it's
down.
a minimal gain. If anything, that's a loss. Should be a loss of 5 on the play. So 2nd and 15 coming up. Do we have an injured player on the field?
Officials called timeout.
Selvig starting his second collegiate drive on the other side of the field on the 10-yard line, whereas the
big
first time
difference.
he was on the red zone.
Brandon McElroy, who's had a nice game thus far for the Vaqueros, comes off hobbling. They'll be tended to by the training staff for Glendale. Juan Hernandez will come off on the offensive line for AVC. Selvig with a hard count, trying to get a read on the defense. Good protection up front. Selvig near side. That pass is incomplete. That's terrific coverage by Christian Alvarez. We've heard his name a lot as well.
Intended for co-captain Arias Collins.
Collins, the intended receiver for Antelope Valley. 24 to go in the second quarter.
14.
You're watching SCFA football opening weekend of the 2019 season. And live from Glendale, Selvig fires to the outside. Picking up a block on the outside is Jalen Sargent. Sargent is going to be short of the first down marker.
And short of the first down, will bring up fourth down, and the Vaquero defense holds.
3 and out. Here, Curran, and the offense struggling, trying to find their rhythm for AVC.
This is what you expect in the first game. A lot of moving of the ball down the field, trying to throw it, make a big play, but also switching around from offense to defense a lot as well. You start to see that in the first game. You see turnovers, you see punts.
13:39 to go. So you have Selvig as the punter back to punt this one away. In a tight ball game where you don't really have a lot of offense, you're probably not going to try and make a move here this deep in your own territory, but I've seen stranger things happen. Timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. 3. That down. Perfect. 4th and 5. Selvig back to punt, rolling to his right. It's a good one. Looking like it's going to get past midfield. They might mark it at midfield. Let's see what the call is. 48-yard line. In AVC territory, so probably the best starting field position for Glendale thus far here, Curran.
I expect Glendale to take shots right here. Throw the ball down the field, spread it out a little bit. Antelope Valley uses more of a spread system, whereas Glendale tries to run the ball up the middle a little more, but I expect him to throw it over the top a little more here.
Well, some good and bad news if you're Glendale. Glendale defensively has been a little shaky at times, but you're still tied up 7-all.
Yeah, and you're only tied up 7-all off of a block punt. So a lot of good things happening right here.
Well, at some point, you're going to have to find your rhythm. Washington going nowhere. Elijah gets bottled up well behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. And the defense for AVC starting to find their rhythm a little bit.
You like to see that run stopping pressure right there with only 3 guys on the defensive line. That means the 6 guys that are packed in the box for Antelope Valley are really doing their job protecting the box.
Man in motion. That's a terrific catch made by Nehemiah Bray, but he is tackled for another loss. First man there, Enzo Fantao Barker.
Another 3rd and long here for Glendale. You expect him to run it back up the middle here and punt it away again.
A split back formation. They ran a counter last time out. Instead, this time Robertson in motion. He's in the flat. Eldridge rolling out. He'll just keep it himself, not going anywhere. And sometimes the best decision is to just either throw it away or just not throw it downfield and force a bad play. And Eldridge, a savvy QB. Another 3 and out for Glendale.
That's the luxury you have running a 3-3-5 defense for Antelope Valley, is that you do have 5 defensive backs. So on a position like 3rd and long, you're in a really good position to stop that 3rd and long.
Exactly right.
From a pass perspective.
Arias Collins, freshman wideout from Pinson Valley, back to receive.
And before the snap, timeout is called by Glendale.
Timeout.
Glendale going to take a timeout on the field. This broadcast being brought to you by Hunter Dodge of the West in Lancaster. Also Clearview Eye Care, Carpeteria, Coach's Bar and Grill, Vince's Pasta and Pizza, Avers Medical Group, and Schooner's Bar and Grill. Proud sponsors of the Antelope Valley Marauder football program.
Michael Leon for the design on the front cover. Come up and get your game day program. You can't tell the players without a program. Just $5.
And apologies, everyone. We are in the second quarter. 11:50 to go. Out of the timeout, Glendale going to punt it away. That one nearly blocked. No contact, man. I think Glendale trying to sell it.
Late flag there.
Collins dropped quickly. Jarva Brewer. There was no contact made. I wonder if we can get it here on the end zone cam.
It's the first break of the game for a punt from Glendale for today.
There's no contact. He just falls down.
A blocked punt and a muffed punt. Now they.
Well, you watch it here.
They get called off the penalty, actually.
Did they call it off? Watch this.
They called off the penalty. It is going to be Antelope Valley
And that's a
ball.
good call because the defender makes a concerted effort to get out of the way of the foot, the kicker is taught to just fall down on the field. Maybe you'll draw the flag,
From the 15-yard line.
but that is a great job by the referees of getting that one right. So Antelope Valley will take over after a pretty good punt. Adams back in at QB for the Marauders at the 15-yard line. Adams, see if he got his rhythm during the break on the bench. He'll hand off this one to Morris Moore.
Morris Moore, the ball carrier. 57, Riley Center, trying to look to stop. Correction, 27, Jarva Brewer.
Moore will stay in. At running back, Adams back to pass over the middle of the field. That pass is caught and complete, and this one's going to the house. Arius Collins, track speed galore. That one 82 yards.
If you're Antelope Valley, that's exactly what you want to see right there. Adams sitting tight in the pocket, waiting for the play to develop, finding his receiver over the middle of the field. Long touchdown. Biggest play of the year so far.
Right on cue, on money, and Collins gone, the return man for Antelope Valley, 82.
82 yards on the touchdown pass. On for the extra point.
And just like that, AVC back with the lead
Lucas Seaton for the
at
extra point.
13-7, pending an extra point. Extra point up. Looks good, is good. 14-7 AVC.
Antelope Valley 14.
After 82 yards from Arius Collins from Bryan Adams to the house.
Football fans were very happy.
Week 1 SCFA Football 2019 edition.
The referee, Mark Milsom. The umpire. Both lines set for the kickoff. Kai Jackson.
82-yard hookup. Arius Collins from Bryan Adams. And AVC back with the lead at 14-7.
Gets out of a tackle, now stops, moves forward.
Glendale looking to respond here on the return. This is True Fugate. And Fugate close to the 32-yard line.
Jacob Flores.
We'll start off the Vaqueros with decent field position.
Officially marked 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vaqueros at their own 32.
Well, you bring in another QB, and then the starting QB comes back, and just like that, in rhythm, in stride, you know, when you hit a track star with decent hands in stride, a lot of good things are going to happen. And it's a bad angle that the defense took for Glendale, resulting in that 82-yard catch and run.
It was a big play for Antelope Valley. I'm interested to see how Glendale pays out here. They have decent field position, struggling to move the ball throughout the day. Only down by a touchdown, though. So right now, I think it'd be really important if they can take their time to move the ball down the field with a few minutes left here in the first half, see if they can get some points out of it.
James Smith, the ball carrier. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 coming up. Smith, no?
Eldridge
Eldridge will keep it himself over the left side, has the first down the sideline, past the 40, inside the 35, finally brought down at the 30-yard line.
There's the big play they've been looking for all day with Eldridge. Pass, run option up the middle, takes it outside with the seam.
Marauder territory, 1st and 10 for the Vaqueros. They move the chains, 30-yard line.
That's a great read option from Eldridge. Eldridge has to keep it and gets crushed in the backfield. First man there, John Robinson, sophomore defensive back from Bastrop.
Slanted in for the sack.
So after a big play offensively for the Vaqueros, the defense responds for the Marauders in their own territory. That'll back up the Vaqueros 8 yards back to the 38-yard line. Under 9.5 to go in the second quarter. You're watching SCFA football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Eldridge hands off inside. Robertson, he gets thudded at about the 37. And the once leaky run defense for AVC is shored up now
At the bottom of the pile.
in this blistering Glendale heat. Antelope Valley, Lancaster, they are no stranger to the heat themselves, that's for sure. Eldridge down the sideline. That one incomplete.
That's a touchdown right there if that ball is caught.
Off the hands of Jalen Lawrence. Lawrence, that's in the breadbasket. You got to have it. Look at this. Frame by frame, the ball on his hands.
Fourth down.
Would have been a 37-yard pass there.
That's a TD.
Go for it on 4th down, 17.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Will Glendale on 4th and 17 might see a rollout punt. What a pass by Eldridge. Eldridge again. Big hit on the quarterback. Eldridge as he let go of the ball. No flag on the field. Lawrence had beat his man.
Decent field position here for Antelope Valley. I expect the same thing.
See if we get a pretty good look of it here. Oh, look at this. Oh,
They take over. 1st and 10.
Lawrence had it. Has the man beat. Has the pass there. Just can't haul it in. Unfortunate. And the score remains 14-7. Possession now in favor of the Marauders. Adams backs to pass. Short dump off near side. This is Devon Jones, and Jones quickly up ahead. I'll give him 7 yards.
Co-captain Christian Alvarez. 43-yard line is the mark.
Out to the 40. Out to the 43-yard line. Second and 4, it looks like, for the Marauders. Adams playing with a little bit more of a pep in his step. That pass complete to the outside. That's Artrell Marks.
Artrell Marks on the reception.
Artrell Marks.
Into Glendale territory at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10.
7:56 to go.
Less than 8 minutes till hop.
Karen, I think you would agree that Adams is playing with a lot more sense of urgency here in getting the ball out. That is a backwards pass. That certainly looked like one.
After throwing for your first touchdown on the year and being a second-year sophomore
Watch this pass here. That's a backwards pass.
There's an injured Vaquero on the play.
Injured Vaquero on the play. We'll look at this on the replay. Look at the angle here, Kern. That is a backwards pass, and AVC gets away with one there. That went off of the hands of Artrell Marks.
They do get away with one. Glendale man down on the field.
Injured man down, Milton Aguilar.
47, Milton Aguilar, coming off under his own power.
I think you're going to see Adams here for the rest of the first half, at least in at quarterback after throwing his first touchdown of the season. Looks like the confidence is back there, spreading the ball around the field a little more.
Speaking of that first touchdown of the season, we see it right there, the 82-yard hookup to Arias Collins. Live action. Out of the injury timeout, 7:35 to go. Again, apologies, everybody. We are having an issue with our clock situation.
Second down and 10 from the 49. Clay in the backfield along with quarterback Adams. Four wide receivers out of the shotgun on second down.
Hand that back to Xavier Clay.
Defense. Michael Stanford, the first degree. It's a loss of 2 on the play. Here comes third down and 12.
Loss of 2 on the play on the carry. Coming up on the 7-minute mark here in the second quarter. 3rd and long for the Marauders. Adams has a man come free under duress, rolling to his right. That pass is complete for a first down on the far side. Jalen Sargent.
Under pressure.
I like to see the patience by Adam in the backfield, letting the play develop.
He's under duress.
1, 2, 3, 4 receivers downfield. Finally hits the 4th guy on the sideline. First down.
No music. Slow down. Slow dance. 26-yard line is the mark. 1st and 10.
I'd love to see Clay get a ball up the middle here on the run with the first down. There it is.
Clay gets one. Powers up the middle. A 9-yard gain on first down. 2nd and 1 coming up in the red zone. The Marauders threatening again on this drive.
Jarvis Brewer providing for the stop inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Second down and 2.
These guys get like 45 seconds.
Adams back to pass, has one-on-one on the outside. That pass batted away nicely by the defensive back, Torres Ingraham.
Torres Ingraham on the defense. Intended for Jalen Sargent. There's an injured Vaquero.
We do have a man down on the field. Looks like David Kennebrew.
That was a great play by the corner there. Running with your receiver down into the end zone, looking back before the ball comes, putting your hand out, bat the ball away.
You're on an island, otherwise that's a touchdown.
Those are the type of fundamentals on defense there that you learn in practice day in and day out through the offseason.
Exactly
paying
right.
it off here in the first game.
Timeout on the field, injury timeout. We'll take one ourselves. Back in a moment. 3rd and 2 for Antelope Valley out of the injury timeout. Adams to Clay. Clay up the middle. Looks like he has the first down. Goes down awkwardly
Xavier Clay carries.
in the trenches. I think they're going to have enough for the first down. Looking like they're going to spot it at the 15 maybe. They give him the 14-yard line. I believe that was enough. Haven't received a signal yet. Are we going to come out and measure?
Does not look like they gave Antelope Valley the ideal spot. It's going to be 4th and short.
Fourth and short. Austin Bro. Now the QB. Power set. He will not keep it. Up the middle goes Clay, and Clay will have the first down, a little bit more. Inside the 15-yard line, move the chains for the Marauders.
Austin Bro at quarterback for the play.
Clay doing what he needed to do out of the power formation set.
Clay, the strong back with that low center of gravity, giving him the first down.
Just inside.
They're going to keep Bro out there. Bro, fade pass to the near side. Pass is incomplete. Thought that was a nice idea there by Bro. Went to Arias Collins.
It was a great idea, packing inside the box there on the offensive side. The fade route and off to the left side. Great play by the defense.
Alvarez one-on-one in coverage. Did a nice job of getting a hand in on that ball. Collins looking for his second touchdown of the day. Bro again under center, excuse me. That pass to the outside, incomplete. That one really didn't have a chance, intended for Jalen Sargent.
Ingraham on the defense. Jalen Sargent, the intended
So
receiver.
out comes Bro, in comes Bryan Adams, and well, we talked about it at the top of the broadcast in our discussion with Coach Jaleka during the week. Very likely going to see all 3 QBs. Indeed, that has been the case. All 3 have come out for AVC. Adams now in at the 82-yard hookup to Arias Collins. It's 3rd and 10 in the red zone. Adams working, fires, and that one just off the mark, just high. That was intended for Devon Jones.
That's the type of ball right there you needed to complete on a 3rd and 10 in the red zone. He's wide open in the corner of the end zone. All you have to do is drop it in there. Unfortunately, he can't connect.
I mean, he's wide open. That's a great route by Devon Jones. Talked about very savvy receiver, great high school career. Now, are they going for it?
4th down and 10, the Marauders will go for it.
So Adams
Just inside the 15,
in the shotgun.
Adams to pass.
Will give it another crack. Got a man in the end zone. That one high and incomplete, intended for Jalen Sargent. A turnover on downs.
There's a flag on the other side of the field there, Mike.
I wonder if this is going to be a tug.
14-yard line.
There's a possible penalty on the play.
This looks like it's going to be in the area where you would suspect a hold in the secondary. Oh, no. Ineligible receiver downfield. All for naught. Penalty declined. Turnover on downs. And GC will get it back. Beautiful day for football here in sunny Southern California. Mike Cepeda, Mila McCarty, Curran Jardam with you on today's coverage. 4:08 remaining in the second quarter. You are watching SCFA football opening weekend. Here from Sartor's Field.
Officially marked at the 13-yard line.
Antelope Valley with a 14-7 lead on top of Glendale, the home team. AVC 9-5 from the 60s all the way to 2017. Glendale with the ball right now. That pass is complete on the far side to Jalen Lawrence. Lawrence with a touchdown earlier.
Approaching 4 minutes, halftime.
Been the favorite target of Nathan Eldridge, sophomore QB from Saugus.
23-yard line is the mark. Good.
It was the run game and the pass game, and it's alternated in terms of finding success. Robertson, fake handoff, the read option not there. We're going to see, oh geez, got a player down, lineman for Glendale.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
See the entirety of that play here.
Immediately, Mauro Botello goes down with his knee. Looks like he's going to stay out there and stretch it out.
Like he overextended there, maybe hyperextended the knee. Looked like we saw a face mask on Eldridge. Indeed, that's going to be the call. So
penalty moves the ball up to the 38-yard line. First and 10.
Glendale will have it at their own 38. Eldridge back to pass, looking for something to develop, has nothing, tucks it and runs, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a yaw.
Quarterback Eldridge carries to about the 40-yard line. There is a penalty marker at the end of the play.
Flag on the field, a little bit of laundry going to go against AVC, it looks like. The initial indication.
Personal foul. On the defense, number 44. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Another personal foul. They're walking in the wrong direction if you're a Marauder fan. Remember, spread the word, everybody. You can catch us on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. You can also catch us on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. 3 games today. This is the first game of the 2019 season for us. Eldridge tucks it and run. He's going to be dropped for another loss. Well, the man who got things started off, Jalen Cochran, in on the sack on that one. Cochran, if you remember, scored the game's first touchdown, a block punt return for a touchdown.
If you're an Antelope Valley fan right here, you really have to hope to tone down the penalties. The penalties are absolutely killing him on this drive. The defense is doing great for Antelope Valley. The defensive backs are covering the receivers well. The defensive line is putting pressure on the quarterback and the running back in between the middle of the field. But the penalties are killing you here.
Yeah. I think you're exactly right. Incomplete pass there from Eldridge.
Third down, 13.
Under 3 minutes to go, 2:51 to be exact in the second quarter.
Four wide receivers out of the shotgun.
They spread them 4 wide. Eldridge over the middle of the field. Pass is complete. It's Lawrence again. Lawrence to the end zone. Touchdown, Vaqueros. Well, they spread them out, and it paid dividends for GC Glendale. Lawrence caught in stride yet again. Makes a man miss. Turns on the afterburners.
He runs a post route right over number 7, Enzo Fantu Barker, over the middle of the field. That's a position where if you're a quarterback, you want to be able to dump that ball right over the middle of the linebackers
Ball down, the kick is up.
and hope that your receiver can make a big play, and that's exactly what they did there.
Ball down, kick is up, and it's tied up at 14-all. Glendale, Antelope Valley duking it out here from Sartoris Field. Oh, big stories in the world of football today. Right now it's 14-all. Jalen Lawrence with his second touchdown of the ball game ties it up at 14 apiece. And for anybody who follows football on the regular and the pros, Antonio Brown, released this morning by the Raiders, has just signed with the Patriots. So first the tuck roll and now the Antonio Brown signing. They always seem to be or get the better of us. circa Randy Moss 2007.
Midfield strike.
A nice return out to past midfield for the Marauders. Jalen Purdue.
Jargo Brewer.
How ironic it is for the Patriots to pick up Antonio Brown. I was talking with my colleague Mila on the way up here, and I said if there was one team that Antonio Brown was going to go to after the news of him getting released by the Raiders this morning, was the Patriots.
Yeah.
And we see what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Under 2:30 to go. We're in the second quarter. That pass is complete. Arius Collins with a bit of steam up to the 46. Stops the clock.
46-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play.
They'll start it up again. Adams again in at QB for the Marauders with Clay behind him.
5-yard gain. 46.
Adams, quick release to the far side. Artrell Marks, and Marks has a first down.
It's very smart by Marks right there. This is the very first time of the year you're running your 2-minute drill inside the 2-minute mark. And getting out of bounds there is very important as this stops the clock. Give yourself more time to work with here with now 40 yards to go.
Make it to 39. The AVC was something brewing, trying to respond after the touchdown from Glendale to tie things up at 14 apiece. Adams to Clay. Clay going north and south.
Xavier Clay carries inside the 35.
49 and 91.
That'll be a 5-yard carry on first down. 2nd and 5 coming up.
At the 35.
I give him a long
Pick up
4.
4 on the play. 2nd down and 6.
Adams holding, lets it develop, has a man on the outside. That pass is thwarted. Christian Alvarez, how many times has he made plays here today? He prevented a touchdown earlier, a big completion there. Thwarted by Alvarez yet again. And now it's 3rd down. Could very well be 4th down territory again. AVC not shy to go for it, even on 4th and long. 3rd and 6 now. Changes the playbook a little bit if you are going to make a run at it on 4th down. Adams back to pass, has a little bit of time, has the pass incomplete to the far side, puts it on the hands of Jalen Sargent. Sargent going down his feet early, unable to come up with that ball. And I believe for the first time, well, for the second time today, we're going to see Tyler Selvig on the punt.
We want to try to pin him inside the 10-yard line here with 1 minute to go. That wouldn't give Glendale really much of an opportunity to run the ball down the field.
And another
couple
thing
plays, run the clock out.
Another thing to consider here, Selvig a QB. So he does, a la Shane Leckler, have the ability to pass the football in punt formation, something that you have to be wary of. And we're going to have a timeout on the field call. I think Glendale wants to talk things over. Timeout up here in the booth. 1:05 to go in the second quarter.
About 1 minute till halftime.
Fourth and about 7 here for Antelope Valley. Tyler
Selvig
Selvig back to punt.
Does take it away, and this one a good one. Is that going to get into the end zone? No, that is perfectly placed at the 1-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want to do right there, because that gives you a couple options here. Pack the house up the middle, hope for maybe a safety from Glendale, or really to run the clock out here.
Watch this kick from Tyler Selvig. Absolutely throws a dart. Takes a friendly bounce down to the 1 yard line. The special teams today for AVC have been tremendous.
Do you have many more options right here other than to run the ball right up the middle if you're Glendale?
Now you could think maybe about a quick post over the middle. Certainly Lawrence has had a field day with that. Like to see his stats at halftime. They're going to go with an out pattern, and slipping is the intended target. Giovanni Figueroa had a lot of room in the flat to run and operate, and thought Eldridge put it on the money, but Figueroa couldn't keep his feet.
You'd hope that ball is a completed ball from Glendale right there just to get him off that 1 yard line with their backs up against the wall.
I think earlier in this ball game you would have had no problem running the football up the gut, but I think this run defense has really found their groove. And that could be a dangerous circumstance backed up this deep in your own territory. The last couple runs have gone for negative plays. Eldridge, that pass incomplete. Intended for Nehemiah Bray. And these receivers, little gator arms out there, Curran.
Yeah, a lot of drop balls today from both teams. Balls that are right in the hands, right in the bread basket. Unfortunately, can't come up with it. These are the type of things as a coach you're really shaking your head about, because you spend all offseason practicing these things and toning your skills.
2 plays, 8 seconds run off the clock. Now Eldridge over the middle, looking for Lawrence again. That one incomplete, and now you're going to have to punt it away inside your own goal. 41 seconds to go, and AVC with an opportunity to take the lead going in at the half.
This is going to be the second time today Glendale is in need to punt the ball deep in their own end zone. You expect Antelope Valley to send the rush here, try to block it, come up with some more points.
Out of the back of the end zone, the punt is away.
Punt is a good one. Gets out of the back of the end zone. Collins back to receive it, but it's going to take his bounce inside 45. So terrific field position for the Marauders to possibly come away with the lead going in at the half. Pretty good job by Glendale getting it out of their own end.
Yeah, very quick kick there. Not looking for distance. You're just looking to get out of the end zone.
Exactly right.
It's an interesting position here for Antelope Valley, because you got to decide, as with the 14-14 game, 30 seconds left, do you run the clock out, run the ball, go into halftime with the tie score, or do you want to put yourself into field goal position, or do you want to go for a touchdown?
Got 32 seconds left. And, you know, they're playing man on the outside. I'm surprised this isn't more of a prevent-style look. Outside, near side, that pass. Oh, wow. Hopping a defender is Devon Jones.
As a freshman, Devon Jones has been waiting years to do that right there. Unfortunately, you're not able to hurdle people in high school, so he's probably been waiting to do that for years.
Showing off some boosties there. Devon Jones with a positive gain. Picks up 4. Shows off the hops. 2nd and 6. Adams rolling to his right. Has some time. Gets drilled as he throws the ball up for grabs, out of bounds, and Adams mauled. Looked like that was Angel Garan.
Looking at about now 3rd and about 7 with just a few seconds left here in the half. I'd run the ball right up the middle here, run out the clock, go into halftime with a tie game. I wouldn't push the issue too much here.
2 timeouts remaining. No, Adams, you can get him some reps. Good blocking up front. Adams to his left, shovel pass, and a big hit on Artrell Marks.
Artrell Marks
Marks will not pick up the first down. We're going to have a timeout called by Glendale with 5 seconds to go. Check that. AVC is going to call a timeout. And they're going to go for a 4th down and trying to get one in the end zone here. This is definitely makeable. Adams surely has the arm. Adams has the arm from about 70 yards out. Big cannon on that boy. I'll bring you some highlights at the half.
8 seconds on click.
Three more seconds back on the clock, so it's going to be 8 seconds for the Marauders to make something happen.
Tyler Selvig back there to punt again.
This is a fake punt written all over it.
And before the snap, officials stop play. Timeout is called by Glendale.
Foul.
Glendale's expecting the fake punt there.
Last of the half.
Talk things over here. I like the idea strategically. I just don't know if you gave yourself enough time to get a beat on exactly what they wanted to do.
It's also another interesting play. If you pass the ball, there's potential that the ball drops before the 8-second mark. Not that that really matters much, and then they take a knee on the other side. But if you run the ball, you can't run the clock out. It will turn over. If you punt, it'll also turn over. It's really your best option here is to punt the ball, hope those 8 seconds go. Not sure with the tie game here with 8 seconds left to go in the first half. Antelope Valley tries to bring out any bags of tricks here. And
I'm surprised with 8 seconds they just don't let Adams bomb away at the end zone. See if, and I wonder if maybe he's smarting a little bit from that last hit when he was hit while he threw it. Selvig bluffs at keeping it himself. Under a second to go here in the first half. Touchback, ball into the end zone.
0.9 seconds remain. Glendale 1st and 10.
Big first half for Jalen Lawrence, 5'10", sophomore wide receiver from Garfield. And we'll go in at the half, and we'll show you what we're talking about with those big plays from Lawrence and everybody. See the block punt that got things started off. It was Jalen Cochran getting to the ball first. And rumbling into the end zone. We'll see it on both cameras here.
And also, full service men and women's restrooms are located near the scoreboard.
See terrific penetration here, Curran, by Cochran. As he rumbles in. But then Glendale comes back and responds. Washington from about 13 yards out Terrific play design. They free Lawrence, up one-on-one on the outside. And Lawrence with the post.
This is exactly what we were expecting to see here in the first half. A lot of penalties, a few turnovers, a few big plays. 14-14 tie game. That's exactly what we were expecting here in game one.
Some big plays, some sloppy play. But I think if you're both teams, you're happy. It's 0-0 coming out in the second half. We'll see the big 82-yarder here to Arius Collins from Bryan Adams. And if memory serves, that was Adams' first throw after he had come out in favor of Tyler Selvig. And just like that, he hooks up with Collins. So Collins with a big first half. Jalen Lawrence with a big first half for Glendale. We'll see him on his touchdown, his second one after this play here. Nice. 20 minutes and counting until the start of the second half. Here's the big hookup for Lawrence. See his speed out there. Cochran unable to catch up. See it one more time on the high pot shot, courtesy of Antelope Valley. Eldridge, an absolute strike in stride to Lawrence. And to tie things up at 14-all. We go in at the half. Everything knotted up at 14 apiece. You are watching SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. An exciting first half culminating in a 14-all tie. Coming out for the third quarter, Mike Cepeda, Mila McCarty, Curran Jardam with you on today's coverage. Happy you've joined us, everybody. Spread the word, www.socalcollegesports.com. SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube. You can watch this game in its entirety after the fact, on demand. Please subscribe. We'd love to see you. We'd love to hear from you. Say something in the chat box. Hopefully it's family friendly. Curran, what you see in that first half?
Like I said, at the end of the first half, I see a lot of turnovers. I see a lot of big plays. I see a lot of penalties. These are things we expect here in Game 1 of the 2019 season. And I expect to see some of that in the second half, having it be the first game. But on the other hand, in the second half, I expect to see Antelope Valley throw the ball, spread it out as they try to do in the first half, but do it on a lot bigger value, big play yards. And then I do expect Glendale to try to run the ball up the middle more. I think that's their game plan. I think that's what they want to do. The passing game hasn't worked for them. Outside run game hasn't been able to work for them.
I think what we've diagnosed in that first half for Antelope Valley, the big playability at the disposal for AVC. We saw the 82-yard hookup from Adams to Collins, and he has 3 catches for 89 yards in that first half. Also 155 yards passing in that first half. Only 12 of 23 completion versus attempts for Bryan Adams is something he wants to shore up. He started the game off a little bit cold, but came on strong towards the end of that second quarter. On the other side of the football, Nathan Eldridge, 7 of 19, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's been a big first half for Jalen Lawrence, 6 catches, 82 yards, with a long of 46 and a couple of touchdowns. About set and ready to go here. 2019 opener. Early 1 p.m. game from Glendale.
14-14.
And it's a 0-0 game as we head into the second half. Kickoff is away.
Takes a bounce, fielded at the 18-yard line.
And fielding that is Jalen Purdue. Purdue still on his feet, met with a thud at around the 33-yard line, excuse me.
Keep an eye on the near side of the field for the Glendale, the corner number 23, Christian Alvarez. He's had himself a game so far, covering his wide receivers well, batting away a few passes, making a few tackles.
First and 10 for the Marauders at their own 34.
It's going to be first and 10 for the Antelope Valley Marauders. Looks like Tyler Selvig back in the game. Going to be a run up the middle. Tyler Selvig's got an opening up the field. It's going to be a first down. It's going to be about a 12-yard gain run up the middle for Tyler Selvig, starting out the second half in place of Bryan Adams.
44, Michael Stanford with the stop. 45-yard line.
It's going to be on the 45-yard line here. Spread offense, trips on the right side. Packing the house for Glendale. Another ball outside of the field.
Once again,
Up to about the 38-yard line for Selvig. Another run outside. A very quick start for Antelope Valley.
39-yard line, the mark, 1st and 10.
Ball's on the 39-yard line of Glendale. It's 1st and 10. Trips on the right side again. Clay up the middle, stopped in the backfield by number 92, Micah Willingham.
It's all right.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Hey, it's week 1. Don't worry about it.
Week 1, we're getting all the kinks out ourselves up here.
That's exactly right. Well, Selvig leading a rushing attack. The book on Selvig, a bit more of an athlete, really fits this offense extremely well with his athletic ability. Biggest thing for him, though, doesn't want to bail on a play too quickly. We've seen him so far make very good use of his legs on this drive, putting together a nice one. Probably the most consistent drive of the day for the Marauders, and Selvig at the helm. In the short shotgun, 4 wide. Selvig looking down the middle, has a man over the middle. Pass is short. It is intercepted by Christian Alvarez. We hear his name again. Pass was intended for Jalen Sargent. 20.
I saw it at the beginning.
You have it?
I saw it at the beginning of the second half. I said, point it out. Look at number 23 on the bottom of your screen, Christian Alvarez. He's been covering his receivers well, batted down a few passes, a few tackles, now comes up with an interception. It's going to be another turnover today for Antelope Valley. Tyler Selvig with an interception.
Yeah, that's his second INT of the day.
Yeah. Yep. His first interception was in the red zone on the other side of the field.
The Vaqueros at their own 14. At quarterback, number 12, Nathan Eldridge.
Nathan Eldridge back now for Glendale again.
On 1st down, straight ahead running.
Up the middle, about 2 yards from number 14, True Vugate.
True Vugate carries.
I expect them to run up the middle a lot more in the second half.
2nd down and 9.
2nd down and 9 here for Eldridge. Another run up the middle for Fugate.
Yeah,
stopped in the backfield.
The leaky run defense from earlier in this ball game for AVC really shored up. We talked about them garnering a rhythm, and we see it right here.
This time no gain from the 15-yard line.
We've seen this 3rd and 10 quite a bit here today for Glendale. Another long third down play. You got a pass here again.
Former longtime coach here at Glendale, Jim Sartoris, up in the broadcast booth. And we are broadcasting live from Sartor's feed.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Chris Lee. It'll bring up 4th down.
12:03 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. Still 14 all. Looks like the punting unit going to come on for Glendale.
10, UCLA 7.
I think the defense really doing their part for Glendale outside of a couple of big plays. One on special teams and then the 82-yarder. They had that 81 yards.
Confirmation for the Vaqueros.
In the book.
Outside of the 2 big pass plays for Glendale, Antelope Valley has really stopped them back there.
We're going to have a delay of game called against Glendale. So back them up even further. Make 4th and 9, 4th and 14. Orange Coast traveling to Ventura tonight. We will also have that game for you. Jeff Stoynoff on the call.
Indication against Glendale comes with a 5-yard penalty back to the 10-yard line. 4th down.
Bringing some scores from around the SCFA and college football as well. Punt unit on. Kick is away. It's short. It's going to take a Glendale bounce. Near midfield. It's past the 45. Let's see where they mark it out.
The punt is away.
47-yard line in Glendale territory and AVC in business.
46-yard line in Glendale territory. Marauders 1st and 10.
Does look like they're going to keep Selvig in here.
Important to get him some reps. And at the end of that first half, we were wondering why Bryan Adams wasn't given a shot with his big arm ability to maybe put one in the end zone, give his team a chance. Before the end of that first half, we saw Adams take a big hit while he was throwing the football, and you maybe wonder if that's playing a factor in the decision making. Is he maybe nursing a shoulder injury? When you're hit while you're throwing, you're really exposed. Ball on the field. It's a fumble.
That ball's going to come back there because there was a face mask call on Selvig right before the ball came out. It's going to stay with Antelope Valley.
Yeah, the flag is on the field. Fumble recovered by Glendale, but you're exactly right. That's a good eye there. Let's see it one more time. We're going to have a really good look at it here. You see that face mask there?
It's very clear there, right there with the face mask.
I'm trying to say if this is going to be another penalty. Okay, so I have the personal foul. This is just going to be one penalty. Indeed, it will be a first down. Marauders tack on 15 from the 44. By my math, and that's unofficial, of course, 29 yards. 29-yard line.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Glendale right there. That's not a mental mistake on the penalty standpoint. It's a physical one. Sometimes you can't really control the face mask, but those are the type of things that you are trying to avoid with Glendale, having to have back yourself up against the wall on multiple times this game.
Yeah, well, both teams, penalties have been an issue. Under 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. And again, the Marauders in business. Selvig at the helm. Clay takes it over right tackle, and this is not Clay. Jalen O'Neal, the ball carrier, takes it all the way down inside the 15. Let's see if they give him the 15. We have an injured Marauder on the field. Coach Perry Jaleka will come out, tend to his injured lineman. Looks like that's Eduardo Hernandez. Looks like they're indicating his left knee. We'll take a break in the action. Back in a moment. Eduardo Hernandez helped off the field. We hope that young man's okay, being tended to by the training staff of Antelope Valley. 11:24 to go from the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Selvig will carry it for a minimal gain. Falls forward for about 2. On 2nd and 8 coming up.
Dominguez on the stop. Forward progress to the 14-yard.
I'd like to see Antelope Valley give Selvig a shot to throw the ball into the back of the end zone here.
Yeah.
Maybe give one of his receivers a chance to make a play on the ball. For a young guy, it's really important to give him the opportunities to really make a big play.
See Selvig there getting the play from the sideline. O'Neal flanking him. Exactly what they do here. They run an out route. That pass is complete.
That's a
Andrew
fumble.
Patterson fumble on the field. No, they're going to say that's an incomplete pass. Don't know if he ever had possession. We'll play it again.
It's very clear that he didn't have possession there, but it was very close.
A couple injured players. We're going to get another look at it here.
Two vaqueros injured on the play.
Yeah, the ball was never in, and Andrew Patterson really never had a clear possession of that football. That's a good call there, Kern. A couple of injured players, David Kennebrew and Khaled Wahizi.
Kennebrew is up, walking back to his sideline, whereas Wahizi's still down on the ground.
Yeah.
Wahizi getting up, looks like he's going to be all right, jogging back to his sideline.
Number 10, David Kennebrew. Number 11, Khalid Wahizi coming off the field.
Now it's about 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 here. 2 vaqueros down on the last play. Do you target that side of the field?
Tough to say. I mean, on this side, it's Christian Alvarez. He's moved over. He's a very versatile player.
Christian Alvarez with the interception on the last time over here.
True. Well, he's matched up one-on-one with Jalen Sargent. At the top, you have Jalen Miller. And let's see who Selvig's going to target. They do run the football. It's O'Neal over right tackle. O'Neal still churning his feet. Going to be another minimal gain on 3rd down.
Ball carrier to about the line of scrimmage, not much more.
Some more injured players out there. Players coming up hobbling. Such a brutal game. And Lucas Seaton will come on
Ethan Osorno combined for the
to attempt what should be around a 30, 31-yard field goal.
Field goal attempt for the Marauders.
And you always have to be worried when you have a quarterback that's the holder in Tyler Selvig.
Field goal attempt.
He can make a play. It's 4th and 6.
Tyler Selvig to hold.
Selvig, it's down. Kick is up. Looks good. Is good.
He's good.
So Antelope Valley takes the lead, courtesy of a field goal, 17-14. The Marauders on top of the Vaqueros. You are watching SCFA football Week 1, 2019, here on SoCal College Sports. So the Marauders take a 17-14 lead under 10 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Teams still really feeling each other out. Bit of a hole up the middle. Maurice Herrera on the carry past the 35-yard line. They'll give him the 36, and that's where the Vaqueros will take over on this drive. Out again comes Nathan Eldridge.
31. Xavier Moore on the stop. 36-yard lines. The mark, 1st and 10 for the Vaqueros at their own 36.
Curran, any shout-outs?
I don't think on the first day, no. I got nothing right now. Putting me on the spot right there.
Jalen Lawrence.
Hey, man, you got to be locked and loaded with that stuff. It's all right. It's your first week. We'll give you a pass.
Jalen Harbury on the tackle. 38.
What about you, Mike? We got to get right back to you. Where's your shout-outs at?
Well, how about the wife?
Yeah, always.
Wife will
Gotta
get
shout out
one.
the wife.
Francis Vega. The boys Oliver and Owen.
Straight ahead running, looking for the first down.
Nice powerful run on second down. That is near first down yardage.
56 tackle.
They're going to give them the 45. Need the 46 for a first. So third and short for the Vaqueros.
Short of the first down, third down and
Eldridge with Robertson behind him. Man in motion. Robertson over the right tackle. He's going to have the first down. He'll get to the 47.
It is a first down just over. It's very close, but they are going to move the chains here.
across the first down marker line.
Couple of score updates
47
for you. LA Harbor trailing Chaffey at halftime 30-13. Santa Barbara, Oliver Compton 40-0. Fullerton with a win earlier today, 38-33. That pass deflected, intended for Lawrence, nearly picked off after that deflection. Disaster averted momentarily for Glendale.
Very close to get another turnover for Glendale. Not much you can do about a tipped ball most of the time. Just hope that that one comes down without being in the hands of the opposite
Exactly right.
team.
Eldridge, here comes a blitz from the blind side. Eldridge reads it, feels it, and he gets pummeled by Purdue up the middle.
Runs into Jalen Purdue. Marked at the 48.
It's a good job by Eldridge feeling it, but Purdue,
A gain of 2.
as Eldridge in the crosshairs, makes him pay.
Third down and 8.
Eldridge has been put in a lot of tough positions today on a lot of third and long plays with his offensive line not giving him a ton of protection on those long plays, having to scramble.
2-yard gain on that carry. 3rd and 8 now for Glendale. Movement
Another
on the
false
near
start.
side. That's going to be a false start. Should go against Chris Lee. Remember, Lee had the muff punt earlier. Well, not the muff punt, but the shank punt, really.
False start. The offense, 5-yard penalty. Third down.
From the 40.
So instead of 3rd and 8, 3rd and 13 after the 5-yard gimme. Eldridge backs to pass.
Under pressure.
Looking for a lifeline. Has one in the flat, but that pass incomplete. Eldridge under duress. And the defensive front really starting to turn the heat up on Eldridge. 7:33 to go in the third quarter. 4th and 13. Punting unit on for the Vaqueros.
Antelope Valley putting a lot of pressure in between the tackles today. Putting a lot of pressure on Eldridge.
Angel Garon on the punt. Another delay game. Another delay game on the punt.
See, that's just not the penalty you want to see right there,
No.
mostly because that puts you even further back into your own side of the field, which gives Antelope Valley an opportunity to gain even more yards to give themselves some good field position.
And you give yourself a more of a running start for a speedster back there and Xavier Clay, it looks like. It's going to be a fake. I don't know if it's going to get there. A lot of room to run. They need the 43. They have the 43. Do they have it? At the 41-yard line, gutsy call by Coach Rome for Glendale, and it's a first down on 4th and a mile for the Vaqueros.
You know, it's very possible that that wasn't a planned fake right there. There's a lot of pressure coming to block that punt, and it looks like he just got out of the way there to run for a first down. It's very possible that that fake punt was not planned.
Yeah, it looked like he maybe bobbled it a little bit.
He did bobble a little bit and then found his way on running on the sideline. Fortunately for him, found a first down.
So Glendale maintains possession now in Marauder territory, down by 3.
New quarterback in
New
for Glendale.
quarterback in. This is going to be Georgia Maya, 6'1" sophomore from Hawkins High School.
So, I mean, the minute he goes out of bounds, they mark it, rather than wait until it's spotted. I think, you know, forgetting
I don't see Eldridge being tended to on the sideline, so Coach Roman Company looking for a bit of a spark offensively.
Eldridge has his helmet off on the sideline for the Vaqueros.
Amaya going over the top. Some contact there. I think there was some looked like there was some contact initiated by the receiver. It looked like Chris Lee.
Looks like they're going to call it on the defense. I'm not sure how much I agree with that play, with that call right there, mostly because both receivers were looking back at the ball, kind of came together.
Well, I thought Lee
flags
hugged
that play right there.
Defense, number 1, 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Oh, it's a very generous call in favor of Glendale. Hey, we're at Sartoris Field, so why not? I thought initially it looked like Lee had reached for the defender to make contact, and the defender, I think, reacted by hugging the player that was hugging onto him.
It was an underthrown ball by Amaya on his first throw of the season.
Trying to go over the top. Lee one-on-one on the outside near side with Purdue. Robertson.
Adeus Robertson carries.
Thrown down to the ground.
Across the 30, close to the 25. Augustin Lorthill's with the stop. Forward progress to about the 27-yard line. He picked up 4 on the
At
play.
the 27-yard line, looking at about 2nd and 6 here.
Less than 6 minutes, third quarter.
Lorfield's on the stop. Sorry. 2nd and 5. Man in motion, Chris Lee. This is Fugate.
True, Fugate carries.
Not enough for first. It's going to be third manageable here for Glendale. Looking to
26-yard line.
even this one up. Trailing by 3. We're in the third quarter. 5:30 remaining in this.
It's been one of the stories of the day, the defensive ends and the linebackers for Antelope Valley containing the outside. It's one of the things they teach you in youth ball is contain the outside as a linebacker or defensive end.
Handoff again inside. This time it's James Smith, and Smith is very close to first down yardage. He's at the 22, and the referee was signaling for a first down to move the chains, but when he looked back at the marker, it wasn't quite there, and they're going to have a measurement, I think, or at least think about it. It's going to be fourth down.
You got to go for it here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You're down by 3 points. You're close to the red zone here. Haven't given your kicker a shot at any point during the day to kick a field goal.
Outside of extra
Get those
points.
2 yards.
Yeah.
Get those 2 yards.
A flag on the field. False start. Back them up 5. Oh.
Take that back now.
Indication is full start.
You still get the feeling that they are going to go for it here.
They're going to say that happened on third down. Is that right?
Looks like they're keeping the third down marker up.
Okay, so
It's going to
third.
be about a 3rd and 10 here.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 5. Back them up 5. So
Balls marked back to the 31-yard
nullify the play from before. I wonder if that nullifies the clock that was eaten up by that play.
There's a lot of time that was taken up during that play as it was a run play.
It was a run play. I think they should probably put about 20 seconds more back on this clock. I think we're going to get an instruction from the referee.
Yeah, it looks like they're discussing there in the middle of the field.
Well, hey, if they miss 20 seconds in this ball game, we're in Glendale. It's high noon. Well, 3:15 anyway. It's noon somewhere. If they miss 20 seconds, I wouldn't be mad.
Wouldn't be mad either, but hey, our folks in Hawaii might be. It's about noon over there.
Well, luckily you
noon
can
over
catch this game in its entirety in the broadcast on SoCal College Sports 1, our YouTube channel. Thank you to everyone that is tuned in live to watch the SCFA opener here in 2019 from Sartoris Field.
Obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 10 at about the 31-yard line.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I'm almost thinking this is fourth down territory, so not necessarily a for sure pass play, especially with a second string quarterback in there. Maybe you make it 4th and manageable here. The run game has at times been very effective, but as of late, not so much. Robertson
Two
is
running
not in
backs
there.
now.
Yeah.
2 running backs in here now.
You know, you remember they run a counter very successfully with the split back set.
And 10.
And watch the post here to Lawrence. Man in motion, Fugate. Amaya back to pass, rolling to his right, under duress. Pass is picked off. No. Well, I gotta tell you, there's a saying amongst coaches and fans of football. There's a reason why they play defense.
There is a reason why they play defense. As a defensive back, first goal, bat the ball down away.
Out of the hands of John Robinson. Robinson had a gimme right in his numbers, but unfortunately unable to haul it in.
Vaqueros will go for it on 4th down.
4th and 10. Vaqueros will keep the offense on the field. Amaya, another split back formation. 3 wide. And then Fugate again in motion. Amaya, a little bit of time, has a man over the middle. Pass is incomplete, intended for Nehemiah Bray.
Pass is incomplete.
And Bray took a shot. That was a medicine ball or a hospital ball.
Well, the interception wasn't necessary there. They're going to gain more yards now than they would have with the interception
I think
anyways.
you're exactly right. And the Marauders will take over at their own 31. 17-14, 4:41 remaining in the third quarter. 2 more games coming up tonight at 6 p.m. Saddleback travels to College of the Canyons in Santa Clarita. We will have that game for you along with Ventura hosting Orange Coast.
Saddleback College and alma mater of mine.
Is that right?
That is correct.
It is of mine as well. Adams back in at QB. O'Neal over left tackle, still on his feet. Keeps the legs turning. He's going to pick up 3.
Jalen O'Neal carries. Scott Clark with the stop.
See Adams back in
Forward
the game here.
progress to the 34-yard line.
It's going to be about 2nd and 7 here. Adams comes in for Selvig. Bigger passer threat, big arm down the field. Trips right on this 2nd down. Very common, what you've seen through Antelope Valley throughout the day. Pass to the sideline. Got the field to the 50, 45-yard line. Great catch on the sideline. It's going to be another 1st down for Antelope Valley. Take a look at the replay here. Nice catch on the sideline, gaining a few yards.
Into Glendale territory, 46-yard line, 1st and 10.
Scratch that 46-yard line is the starting point for this 1st down. Adams looking up again, another trips right. Again, take a look at Alvarez on the bottom of your screen. Number 23 has an interception in this game recently in the 2nd half. Adams drops back, throws it to the left side of the field, but tipped off a late flag here. Late flag from the referee on the other side of the field near the 40-yard line. Looks like they could be calling a hold or a pass interference here on the defense.
Pass intended for Collins.
Collins was the intended receiver right there. Referees talking about it around the 40-yard line hash mark. That was a 1st down. If that was another flag, it would give Antelope Valley another 1st down. If it's called off, it will be a 2nd and 10.
Wave it off. Microphone or not.
Verdict coming here shortly from the head referee.
Personal foul.
And a personal foul on the defense. It's going to be another 1st down for Antelope Valley.
Ball's moved up to the
On this warm day, the very first game of the football season.
Glendale 31.
It's going to be on the Glendale 31 on their half of the field. In a pistol formation. Adams drops back, throws it all the way down the field. In open space. It was intended for number 3, Devon Jones. Incomplete.
10. Coming up on 3 minutes, third quarter.
We're looking at about 3 minutes here left in the third quarter. We are with 17-14 Antelope Valley. On 2nd and 10, Adams drops back, gives the ball. Nope, fake caught by number 3, Devon Jones. And that is going to be another first down. The Marauders moving the ball quickly down the field here. First down after first down. Trips left now with a single man on the bottom half of the field.
18-yard line, the mark. 1st and 10.
We're here now in the red zone for Antelope Valley. The ball is given to number 27, O'Neal, for just a couple yards. Jalen O'Neal, the freshman, seen some action here today with a few touches.
Wrapped up by Michael Stanford.
Sharing time with Xavier Clay, another freshman.
15-yard line, the mark.
It'll be second down here on the 15-yard line. Drops back. Adams thrown. That ball was almost caught, almost picked off at the same time there. That ball was intended for Arius Collins. Here we are. This is a big third down play here in the red zone. We're looking at about 3rd and 7 here.
With the breakup, 3rd down.
Ball's got to get to the 8-yard line. Adams drops back again, gives the ball off. Number 27, Jalen O'Neal in for the touchdown. Antelope Valley scores.
15-yard run.
And that's going to give Antelope Valley a 23-14 lead. Looking to kick the extra point here.
Jalen O'Neal.
The ball was given right up the middle from Adams to O'Neal. A nice little run. Touchdown for Jalen O'Neal. He's being congratulated by his teammates here on the sidelines.
On for the extra point, Tyler Selvig to hold.
Tyler Selvig, the quarterback who's seen action here today, will be there in the kick. With Lucas Seaton here to kick. The ball is up. And the ball is good. It is a 24-14 lead for Antelope Valley.
Correction, Antelope Valley 24, your Vaqueros 14.
Line drive down the field. The punt is muffed. He is going to have to take this one back. He's in the end zone. He comes out. He's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line. It does not look like that's going to be a safety. He's going to be stopped with just a couple inches past the 1-yard line. Big, big mishap happening there for the Glendale Vaqueros. Big break for Antelope Valley, actually. Being on the 1-yard line, they're going to pack the box here to look for a safety. This is another situation here where Glendale has found themselves inside their own 5-yard line on their half of the field. Puts a lot of pressure on your young quarterbacks, your young running backs. A lot of responsibility for your offensive linemen to hold up. Back in again is number 8, Georgia Maya. Looks like he's been taking over for Nathan Eldridge. Run up the middle. Nope. And it looks like there is going to be, they're going to get 1 yard back out of that. Was back in the end zone, but found his way into the 1 yard.
To the 1 yard line, no gain.
It's going to be a 2nd and 10, starting off exactly where we started.
Damari Crooms with the stop. 2nd down and 10.
Deus Robertson is the man in the backfield. Best believe they're going to give it to him again to gain a couple yards again. They don't. It's a play action fake. He's going to get some pressure, throwing it down the field. No, and it is almost caught by number 3, Jalen Lawrence. Jalen Lawrence had himself an opportunity to take the ball all the way to the house for a 99-yard touchdown. Unfortunately, goes right through his fingers. And that's the type of play that you want to be able to make right there. Beating his man down the field. It's going to be another 3rd and 10 on that 1 yard line. Georgia Maya is going to step back here in the shotgun. He's got Robertson next to him off to the left. Throwing screen play. It's going to be, and that looks like that ball could be back. Nope, it is going to be down at the 1 yard line again. There was potential that he stepped back into the end zone, but with a forward progress, stays at the one yard line. It's going to be another 4th and 10. Looks like the Vaqueros are going to have to sit themselves in a position to punt again deep in their back. There was a flag, actually, on Antelope Valley, and it looks like they're going to give them
possible penalty on the play.
There's the penalty. We're figuring out the final verdict here. Big mishap on Antelope Valley if that's the case. And it looks like they're actually going to give the Glendale Vaqueros a 1st down. They're going to put them out at the 20, on the 15-yard line. Scratch that, I'm sorry. That's a big 1st down right there for Glendale, actually. They found themselves in a bad situation back in their own end zone. Georgia Maya gives the ball off to number 14, True Fugate. Knocked out the sideline on the opposing sideline of Antelope Valley.
Jalen Purdue came up to make the stop.
Jalen Purdue with their stop for Antelope Valley. The freshman True Fugate finding himself with a lot of action here today, getting a lot of touches. Looks like he's going to be an impact player for Glendale for the remainder of the season. And it looks like that will be the end of the 3rd quarter with a score of 24-14 Antelope Valley.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
That is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter.
24, Vaqueros 14. All right, we are back here. We are back here at Sartoris Field at Glendale College. It's going to be about a 2nd and 8 over there. The ball is given off. Just a couple yards here. True Fugate with the carry. Looks like at about a 2 or 3 yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 6 here. Fugate carries.
You're looking at 24-14 with 14:38 here in the
Three
fourth
wide
quarter.
receivers. Michael Leon to the near
Georgia
side.
Maya
Split far
steps
right.
back. Looks his man. He's going to drop in up, and he gets sacked here by
Maya
the
under
Antelope
pressure,
Valley
down he goes.
defense. That defensive line has been giving Glendale trouble up front all day long, and another sack there for the Marauders.
Credit co-captain 49 Harrison Starling with the sack.
And
we're
another
fourth down.
4th and long here for the Vaqueros. Another obvious punting situation back in their own end zone. Antelope Valley has given pressure on these punts all day long. You can expect him to bring the house here and again. One man back for Antelope Valley to return the ball. It's a nice kick, landing around the 50-yard line, picked up. Ball is going to be, and it's going to gain to the 50-yard line, steps out of bounds at around the 50. That was Jalen O'Neill, the freshman, back to receive the punt. And it's going to give Antelope Valley some good field position to start out their first drive of the fourth quarter.
Along the punt return. Steps out of bounds.
Coming in at quarterback is going to be number 10, Bryan Adams again.
Marauders at their own 45.
So once again, we do see Bryan Adams in, not Tyler Selvig here. Expect a lot of passing plays here in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 at the 44-yard line. Pass to number 6, catches the ball, misses a man, is tackled by a couple Vaqueros down by about the 47-yard line.
Complete to Jalen Sargent.
Jalen Sargent was the man with the catch there, the freshman out of Parklete High School.
Stanford combined for the stop. 48-yard line. The mark. Pick up
They're
a
at the
3,
48-yard
second down,
line.
7.
About 2nd and 7 here. We have doubles out here in the formation. 2 wide receivers left, 2 wide receivers right. Adams back, throws, ball's up, almost picked off by number 23, Christian Alvarez. Again, he almost had his 2nd interception of the day.
Intercepted.
He's been on an island there all day long. Let's take a look at the replay here. Christian Alvarez having himself a big game here, covering his wide receivers from the Antelope Valley team. Take a look at this. Almost picked off, very close. Almost taken back the other way.
Here comes a big 3rd down and 7.
There's another big 3rd down and 7 play. Ball is given off. It's thrown up. The ball is thrown off to the left side of the sideline. Christian Alvarez on the coverage again. Not completed. It's going to be a 4th down and 7 for the Marauders. You got to think they are in a position to possibly go for it here or pin them back down or for a punt. Looks like they are going to elect a punt with Tyler Selvig as the punter. He is the backup quarterback for the day listed. Seen a lot of action here today. Very versatile runner. So you wouldn't be surprised here if they try to pull something out of their back pocket and be sneaky with it.
Kai Jackson back deep for the Vaqueros to receive the punt.
We have Kai Jackson back to receive the ball for Glendale. But before that happens, Antelope Valley has called a timeout. We have 12:42 left here in the fourth quarter. And we're going to take a quick little break here before we come back with that punt. Here at Satoris Field. Got a 4th down and 7 here. Obvious punting situation for Tyler Selvig. Selvig sits back. Snap. Ball's off. Ball's going to probably go out of bounds, and it is going to go out of bounds. We are looking at about that's where they mark their play. It's not a great punt. They're going to give him to about the 35-yard line is the marker that they're going to give him for a Vaquero first down.
First and 10 for the Vaqueros.
First down and 10 for the Vaqueros. Will we see George Amaya or will we see Nathan Eldridge here? Nathan Eldridge played the majority of the first half. George Amaya has played quite a bit here in the second half. And it is clear that they are bringing out now George Amaya with True Fugate at the running back position off to his left. We have Trips left. One man on the right side of the formation.
Amaya, quarterback from the shotgun. Pass to the far side.
Pass to the left side. Number 3, Jalen Lawrence gains a few yards, about 3 or 4 yards on the left side of the field, pushed out of bounds. Close to the 40-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by Junior Flores.
I want you to go down to audio outputs. Okay.
40-yard line. The mark, it's a pickup of 5.
It's a 5-yard gain for the Vaqueros. 2nd and 5. This is not a situation we've seen them in a lot today. It's a good situation for them on the 2nd and 5. You can run the ball here or pass. They look to pass. And the ball is just outside of his man. Jalen Purdue on the coverage. The intended receiver was Nehemiah Bray. Unable to connect with his man.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
We're looking at 3rd and 5. James Smith, the running back for the Vaqueros, comes into the game now. Has a 3rd down back. Going to be in shotgun position. Double wide receivers on both ends of the field.
Okay. I want you to assign audio.
Maya drops back. Rolls out to the right. Flags his man down. Ball deep down the field. Oh, and he's going to be tripped up. And no penalty. They will not call a penalty on the play. As number 6, Chris Lee, was tripped up on the play. You expected to possibly see some sort of flag thrown there. But no, nothing from the referees here as they notice that it's just a trip on the play. Looking at another 4th down here for Glendale. Really struggling to gain some first downs here in the second half. Looks like they will bring the punting team out back again. Number 27, Jalen O'Neal, the running back, will be back. The lone man back for the Marauders. Punt is away. It's a decent punt. Drops out at the 25. A good roll for the Vaqueros. It's going to be dropped at about the 11-yard line. So the Marauders are going to take the ball for a 1st and 10 on the 1-yard line with 11:24 to play. And we have 24-14. Looks like Tyler Selvig looks like he's going to have a chance to come back in here with number 27, Jalen O'Neal, the running back. Got number 6, Jalen Sargent out there. Number 3, Devon Jones. Number 9, Arius Collins. All freshmen. Young receiving core for the Marauders this season. Tyler Selvig back in the shotgun. Doubles on both sides. Looks like the Vaqueros are going to... and Selvig out to the right side. Good block. Picks up a couple yards, about a 3-yard gain right there to the 15-yard line.
Christian Alvarez comes up to make the stop.
Christian Alvarez, we've heard his name a lot today, back on the stop at the tackle for the Vaqueros.
It's a pickup of about 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6. Less than 11 minutes to play.
The Vaqueros looking to stack the box here with 7 men. Oh, and it was a fumbled ball there. There was a flag actually on the play. It looks like there could be potential of a false start. There is a false start on the Marauders.
Indication against Antelope Valley. Comes with a 5-yard penalty.
Antelope Valley takes a 5-yard penalty on that one. We're looking at about 2nd and 11 here.
And 11.
Few penalties for Antelope Valley here in the second half. They've been able to keep their composure, which is why they have the lead of 24-14. Selvig drops back, throws it up to his man. Incomplete. The pass was intended for number 6, Jalen Sargent. Looking at it now, a 3rd and 11 play.
Christian Alvarez on the defense. 3rd down and 11.
So Antelope Valley here in the second half on a 3rd and 11 have had some success here in the second half with a touchdown and a field goal. Their first field goal of the year, 1 for 1. Looks like they've been able to tone back some of their penalties a little bit throughout the game. First half was miserable for both teams. Both coaches very frustrated with their teams, noting that all the penalties and the turnovers that they've had here in the second half. Antelope Valley has really toned that down, had a lot more success, but not successful on this drive as they find themselves in a 4th and 3.
19-yard line is the mark. Short of the first down.
19-yard line would be the mark that they would need to get to. Selvig with an action again here as a punter. Few turnovers here in the second half for the Marauders, but they have found themselves in a punting situation on multiple occasions. You got to give credit to the Glendale defense as they have been able to tone back the quarterback play for the Marauders with not great passing numbers and not great running numbers, but just some big plays. Some big plays have been the key to this game. In the first half, both teams had some big plays. Here in the second half, the Marauders have kept the Vaqueros to no points. You can tell that the heat in the very first game of the season is going to get into these guys. You find some guys on the field down with some injuries, with some cramps. Almost blocked here by the Vaqueros. It's going to be a very good field position for Glendale. It's going to go out at about the 40-yard line here. Yeah, you can see that the heat outside on the field on a turf grass is a lot hotter than up here in the booth. So you can tell that these guys are going to be getting some conditioning in the weeks to come. And injuries are definitely a thing that's going to have to take of note for the rest of the game here, as guys are going to be tired. Vaqueros 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Drops back, pass to the left side of the field. We have found his man, number 16, Giovanni Figueroa, the wide receiver. Figueroa. My apologies there. Giovanni Figueroa with the catch, gains about 6 yards, 2nd and 4. It's a good connection there.
Picks up 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4.
Giovanni Figueroa, another freshman wide receiver. In the pistol formation.
2nd down and 4.
Hands the ball up. Nope, he takes it himself. George Amaya
This time they
tackled in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. It's going to be about 3rd and 9, actually 5-yard loss here. Another long 3rd down play for the Vaqueros.
44, Reginald Wright on the stop.
Great defensive play here by the Marauders. That defensive end core has really kept the contain here today.
3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9 here for the Vaqueros. Drops back for a pass, throws it up to his man, and it is too far, too strong of an arm. That has been another thing that we have seen on multiple occasions today, is the pass is being over the wide receivers. Too long, and a couple short plays, but we haven't really found that sweet spot. Could be an effect of the first game. Try to get those tweaks out throughout the season. I remember there's a lot of young guys on the field who this is their first college action here. It's a lot quicker, a lot more physical than the high school game. Another punt here for the Vaqueros on 4th down. Oh, they're going to try to fake it again. And it's rolling back out, and he keeps losing yards. And Antelope Valley looks like they're going to take him down for about a 25-yard loss right here. Oh, that's a very big mishap for Glendale. It wasn't a muffed punt. It just couldn't get the ball away in time, running back and back and back. Tackled eventually by the Marauders, and that's a huge loss for Glendale, as they could have just taken the ball, punted it to the end of the field, pinned him back down. But now they find themselves with the backs up against the wall again. Antelope Valley takes the ball at the 35-yard line. Very good field position for the Marauders. Number 2, Tyler Selvig, back in action here. You expect him to run that run-pass option.
Selvig at quarterback.
There's that option play. Hand it off to number 27, O'Neal. Goes in for a few yards. Looking at about a 3-yard gain right there. This is a situation that Antelope Valley wants to capitalize on for points. Make it for sure a possible 3-score game here if they can come away with the touchdown. Here on 2nd and about 7, Selvig passes it off to O'Neal. Again, O'Neal's got a hole up the middle. Runs it up the middle to about the 25-yard line. Very close to a first down.
Inside the 25-yard line.
Looks like they are going to keep it here as the 3rd down, about 1 yard short.
25-yard line.
3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Marauders pull up, and it's going to be a and Selvig runs it up the middle with a quarterback sneak for a few yards. First down, Marauders. Selvig takes it himself with a very quick run play.
Malik Whiteside with the stop.
Trying to run that hurry-up offense that many offenses have adapted to over the years. And the pistol formation again. O'Neal, the man in the backfield. Hands it off to O'Neal.
On first down. Xavier Clay carries.
Pardon me, it was Xavier Clay on the carry. Number 22 came in for
Michael Stanford once again. David
O'Neal.
Kidbrew combined for the stop. 20-yard line is the mark.
Clay stays in the game. The freshman out of Lancaster High School.
Picked up 2, 2nd down and 8. Coming
Both
up on 8
offenses
minutes to play.
running the pistol offense quite a bit here today. Now with more mobile quarterbacks in. Selvig, there's a muffed handoff here.
Snap. Picked up by quarterback Selvig.
Selvig picks up the fumble. See what happened here.
55 Scott Clark.
Unfortunately, it was a missed snap here by the center.
Michael Stanford in on the stop.
Center is number 51, Archrist Clay. He is the freshman, 6'3", 295 from Antelope Valley. Very few times here today that they've had a missed snap. Here at 3rd and 9. Passes the ball. There is pressure. Selvig comes back, throws the ball into the end zone, and that ball is picked off. That ball is picked off by number 23, Christian Alvarez again. There is a flag on the field, though. We will see what the determination from the referees is. Alvarez has been all over the place today. Let's take a look at what we got here. We have trips left. Good coverage up. There is definitely going to be a flag called there. Immediately called on the Vaqueros. Ball is going to stay with Antelope Valley. Interception was taken away from Alvarez.
Defense, number 23.
It looks like they gave Alvarez the penalty there. He had the interception taken away from him for a penalty. It's the complete opposite of what Alvarez was hoping for. But it's very clear that that was the case. There was a holding call there. It's a first down here for the Marauders.
Penalty moves the ball to the 11-yard line.
On the 11-yard line. 3 men in the backfield for the Marauders. Ball's given off. And sacked in the backfield by number 44, Michael Stanford for the Vaqueros. We're looking at about a 4-yard loss right here.
Now quarterback number 12, Austin Brew.
Austin Brew in here for the Marauders. Another switch of quarterbacks. It was very clear that we were going to see all 3 quarterbacks today take some snaps. We've primarily seen Adams take the snaps with Selvig in there a lot. Now Austin Brew in there.
Goes to the football at the 15-yard line. Second down. Less than 4
steps back. Rolls out left, gets sacked, and that is another big loss for the Marauders, and it is number 44 again, Michael Stanford. Michael Stanford with his second tackle for loss here. This one a sack. A lot bigger of a loss. It's going to be moved back to about the 25-yard line. So 14 yards here lost by the Marauders in the last 3 plays. They bring Adams back in.
25-yard line.
Adams with the big arm looking to take a shot into the end zone here as the first down is very close to the end zone. We're at about the 2-yard line, but you can expect him to just chuck it up into the end zone here. Adams steps back, actually gives the ball off. A good run here, taking a few yards. Ball is stopped at about the 16-yard line. We're looking at a 4th down here. Looks like the Marauders are going to take an opportunity to kick the field goal. They are 1 for 1 on the day, kicking a field goal for 3 points earlier here in the second half. We're going to take a quick timeout here. We'll be back right here with 3:33 left in the 4th quarter. Back here with 3:33 left in the 4th quarter, 24-14. The Marauders are here to look to kick a field goal. They are 1 for 1 on the day. Number 95, Lucas Seaton, the freshman kicker out of Cactus Shadows, here to look for his 2nd field goal of the day. On the left hash of the field. Snap is up and coming. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. The ball is off. It looks short. It looks left. And that ball, actually the ball is good right up the middle. And that's going to be a 3-point score for the Marauders.
3:27 to play.
We're looking at 27-14 now. Still very salvageable for the Vaqueros as it is still a 2-score ball game with 3:27 left. Looks like they're going to have to go for 2 touchdowns here. Back here at Sartoris Field in Glendale College. Here comes the kickoff with 3:27 left in the game.
Lawrence and Herrera back deep for the Vaqueros.
We have a couple man back deep for the Vaqueros. Kick is up and is on the way. Short kick to about the 20-yard line. Taken back down to the side of the field. Good hole up the middle. With about a About a 15-yard gain here for the Vaqueros off the kickoff. They have not found themselves in a lot of positions today with great field position. This isn't bad. This is an opportunity for them to show what they can do late here in the game. Almost to the 2-minute mark. You start to see them pick up speed a lot here. You expect them to mostly go through the air as they are trying to save as much clock time as possible down by 2 scores. Georgia Maya back in for quarterback. You have a trips right with one single man on the left, drops back. Takes ball, throws it out to number 16. Giovanni Figueroa, it is complete with the catch to the ball to about the 42-yard line. It's going to stay here at second down with about 3 yards to go. Giovanni Figueroa with a couple catches here today. Another one of that freshman wide receiver core from Sure High School.
Second down and 3. Less than 3 minutes.
True Fugate is in at running back. Ball's up. Oh, and there's going to be pressure from the defense of the Marauders. And it's going to be a sack by number 44, Reginald Wright, the sophomore defensive lineman out of Hallandale High School.
Reginald Wright credited with
that defensive line has given the Vaqueros pressure all day long from the first snap. And have been giving the Vaquero quarterbacks some trouble. Maya steps back. Quick screen off to the right. Caught by number 6. Tackled for a loss of a couple yards. Chris Lee with the reception. Another name we've heard a few times here today. He's been targeted for the big plays downfield quite a bit. Haven't found one all the way down the field.
4th down and 7.
It's a big 4th down and 7 play here. Drops back, steps up in the pocket. Scrambles out to the right. Caught! And there's a big play down to the 40. 35-30. Steps out at about the 33-yard line by Michael Leone. That was a nice play here in the pocket from the Vaqueros. Take a look at the replay here. Check out what went on. Steps back, steps up in the pocket, scrambles off to the right. That's what you like to see in a mobile quarterback.
There's an injured Marauder on the play.
There is a injured Marauder on the play here. So both teams will go back to their sidelines with 1:39 left. So far, a lot of time taken off here in the 4th quarter. We'll be back. Here in the 4th quarter, there's been a lot of time taken off of this drive. We started with about 3.5 minutes, down to 1:39.
1st and 10.
Not what the Vaqueros are trying to look for here, as they do need to score quickly, get the ball back, and put themselves in position to come back into this ball game. Ball up down the field. It is caught. Oh, a big hit. Holds on to the football, though. Great catch by Michael Leone. Again, that's his 2nd catch on the drive. Another big play by Leone. Takes a big hit down over the center of the field. Puts themselves inside of the 5-yard line. That's a great position. There is going to be a penalty on the field, though. Looks like this one is going to come back on the Vaqueros. We'll see what the verdict from the referee is here. That was a big play. Unfortunately, that one's going to be taken back. It's going to be a holding.
Number 75,
Holding for the Vaqueros from Benjamin Martinez, the offensive lineman. He is a freshman. We haven't seen a lot of holding plays from the offensive line in this game. It's one of the few ones, but that one hurts. That one hurts the Vaqueros quite a bit as it takes them back all the way back to about the 30-yard line. About the 28, 29-yard line, actually. Pardon that. That was a big, big play taken away from him. Oh, they're moving him back even further down to the 39. It's another 10-yard. That's a 10-yard penalty right there, so it's going to be 2nd and 20.
2nd down and 20.
Best believe it's going to be 4-down territory here for the Vaqueros. So you got a couple passing plays to work with. Back in the pocket, throws the ball, catch number 3 up to about the 33-yard line, 34, stopped by the defense. Gains a few yards back to prepare for the 3rd down. Expect about 2 passing plays here to achieve that 1st down. If you got to believe if they don't get the 1st down here, the hopes for the Vaqueros for the rest of this game are going to be out of reach. Steps back, Amaya again, back up, steps up in the pocket, passes to his man up the field. He's going to get in there for a 1st down, stopped at about the 15-yard line. Vaqueros get that 1st down they were hoping for. Clock is running. Clock stopped after the 1st down. Clock's down to the 48 seconds now here, though.
The football at the 15-yard line. Clock runs.
Current Jardim, play-by-play extraordinaire. Under 40 seconds to go. Amaya down the left side. Lawrence looking for the hat trick. Can't reel that one in as Amaya nearly put that one in the breadbasket.
We almost saw one of those typical top 10 ESPN plays right there with that one-handed catch.
Yeah, with the one-hander for sure. 32 seconds remaining in this one.
Their 2nd of the half.
2nd timeout called by Antelope Valley. Well, this one likely in the books. 4th quarter, 32 seconds to go at the 13-point ball game. Barring a miracle, AVC will win the 2019 opener here in Glendale.
Yeah, it's been a long defensive drive for Antelope Valley, but as they look up into the scoreboard and up by 13 points, This drive's taken off 3 minutes. That's 3 full minutes right there that Glendale has passed up on that they've been trying to salvage to get back into this game. Now they don't have enough time to come back. And about 2nd and 10 here. Trips right. Maya takes the snap. Steps back.
2nd down and 10.
Throws the ball over the middle of the field. Oh, almost caught for the touchdown from Chris Lee.
Nearly had it.
Nearly had it in the middle of the field there. That would have given Glendale an opportunity to make this thing interesting.
Ross Lee on the defense. 3rd down and 10.
Steps back. Throws the ball up into the back of the end zone. Fade. The ball was caught, but it was outside of the lines. It's going to be incomplete. Didn't get a foot in. We're going to put themselves on a 4th down situation. You got to believe this is the last chance here for the Vaqueros. Without a successful play here, you can mark a W in the win column for the Marauders for the first game this season.
I think at this point it's probably just a formality. The 21.2 seconds left on the scoreboard. A valiant effort really by both teams. Both teams trying to find a rhythm. Saw the big playability.
There's his touchdown there.
Lawrence with his 3rd touchdown of the game. So a bit of a pulse here for the Vaqueros. Obviously an onside kick, very likely coming up.
for the extra point.
After the touchdown there, it's now 27-20. Ball's up. It's through the upright. It's going to be 27-21, a 6-point game here with 16 seconds left here.
High probability that AVC's still going to become 1-0 on the season, but crazier things have happened. 16.4 seconds left. You need to recover an onside kick and then very likely a Hail Mary. Well, the number is definitely not in the favor of the Vaqueros.
It's not in the favor. If they do get the onside kick, you haven't seen a lot of long passes thrown by the Vaqueros here today. A lot of those Hail Mary throw to the end zone passes, and the ones that you've seen.
You've seen some catch and runs here,
Yep,
particularly
catch and
Lawrence
runs.
had one. I think it was 47 yards, was his longest of the day. Obviously, we saw the big play from Adams to Collins from 82 yards out. But you're going to have to come up with something nasty here if you're AVC. But the hands team is on for the Marauders.
Both teams set for the kickoff, 16.4 seconds.
Looks like some mishaps here from both sides.
No, AVC is going to take their third and final timeout of the second half. Going to want to talk things over. Always a moment to coach here for Coach Jaleka of Antelope Valley. Remember, everybody, we got a couple more games coming up on our slate. Saddleback at College of the Canyons in Santa Clarita, and Ventura hosting OCC. Just starting off with the call in Ventura. Matt Robinson with the call, along with Jesse Munoz at COC. Happy you've joined us here today. Please subscribe to our channel if you are watching. A shameless plug, I know. So we'll do it again. Hands team on.
Onside kick.
And very secure.
Recovered by Antelope Valley.
Ball is recovered by Antelope Valley.
Xavier
gonna
Clay will put a bow on it. Victory formation about to come out for the Marauders. Again, a special thanks to our sponsors for this one. Clearview Eye Care, Carpeteria, Coach's Bar and Grill, Vince's Pasta and Pizza, Avers Medical Group, and Schooner's Bar and Grill. And, of course, one of the biggest beneficiaries to AVC football, Hunter Dodge of the West, allowing us to bring you live coverage of Antelope Valley College football throughout the season here in 2019, also for the past couple of seasons as well. So big thanks to them. One knee will do it. Couple timeouts to take here. I doubt that'll be the case. They take a knee. Final seconds will tick off. Your final here from Glendale, 27-21. AVC 1-0, Glendale 0-1. And that'll do it for our coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Thank you again to Mila McCarty on the production, in the production cockpit, along with Curran Jardim. Am I saying that correctly?
Jardim, yep, that's
Jardim,
correct.
all right. Hey, my first week with you. Just met today, but you did a fantastic job and really appreciate the fine work that you've done here today. Again, your final 27-21. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you at 6 o'clock from Santa Clarita.